Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, 7th day of June, 13th day of SIVAN. Here we go. Today we're going to finish out our little unit on holy things and what to do with them when they're finished for their uses. Today's halachas are going to surprise you a little bit because they're going to be some things that sound pretty nice and beautiful and holy to you, and yet they weren't actually like a pair of tefillin, which of course have to go in a very holy place when they're finished being used. But now to some items that are being used for good things, but they don't really get much holiness. Let's just show you the examples. You'll know what I mean. A pushke, a charity box. Wonderful thing, right? It sits in your home for many, many years, and it collects lots and lots of charity, helps you with a lot of mitzvos. And then, after 20 years of use, it's just like one of those cardboardy ones, and it's just breaking apart, and you need to throw it out. And you're kind of wondering, can I throw out a pushke into the garbage can? I mean, oh my gosh, it's a pushka, and it did a mitzvah and everything. So the truth is that it did help you with a mitzvah. It collected all of your tzedakah money and everything. You could hear where I'm going with this. But the actual box itself has not really any inherent holiness. It assisted you in getting some mitzvahs done. So the halacha will be that pushka, after it's broken apart and can't be used as a pushka anymore, you can throw it in the garbage. I don't know if it hurts to hear that, but that's what the halacha is. It wasn't central actually to the, integral to the mitzvah. It just helped you, of course, collecting. Same thing next, and it's going to hurt you to hear this, but a challah cover. A challah cover, it's beautiful. It took care of the challah and everything, and it helped with a mitzvah and everything, but it doesn't have any inherent holiness in it. So if it got a lot of stains or it got moldy or something like that and you need to throw it out, it is allowed to go in the garbage. The next one's going to shock you even more. Same thing with a kiddush cup. A kiddush cup, is a beautiful thing. I'm not suggesting you throw it in the garbage if it's silver and it can be melted down, but it can happen sometimes that a kiddush cup has been used forever and it's starting to break apart, and the tarnish is starting to get into the drink, or whatever it is, and you got to get rid of it. It also has no inherent holiness, although it was used for for many kiddushes and everything. It is allowed to go in the garbage because after all said and done, it's a cup. It helped you with your kiddushes, and we do respect it for that, but after its use is over, it could go into the garbage. Now, I hope you didn't tune out yet, because some of these things that I've been mentioning sometimes have some holy sentences written on them, like Torah. And if Torah is written on them, then no, then it has to go to somewhere holy, like possibly a Shemos type of arrangement, or at least wrapped up, because there are Torah sentences on it. So do ask your rabbi if you see one of these items and it has holiness written on it. Like, I mean, psukim of God's Torah, then it's in a whole new category. It's going to hurt you to hear this one too. It's kind of a shocker, but a kippah, which you wear on your head for a long, long time, and it's a holy, well, it seems like a holy item. It's how you show yourself as a Jew when you walk around. But actually all it is in its physicality is a head cover. So after it's all worn out and torn apart and it's grown green and you can't wear it anymore, it is allowed to go into the garbage, and no wrapping is even necessary. Rav Belsky paskin that. So you are allowed to do that. I know these are shockers, but the main point is here that, take kippah as an example, there's no inherent holiness in it. Of course we use it for a holy thing every day, but the thing itself is just like a hat, and when the hat's done, it's done. This one maybe is going to shock you most of all, and does come from this book here called Halachically Speaking. I recommend you get it. It's a great book and everything. And he paskins in there that you are allowed to even take Gedolim pictures, a picture of a great rabbi. But again, there's no inherent holiness in the actual piece of cardboard, and so it too can go into the garbage when you're finished using it, or it's torn up, or something bad happened to it, or something spilled on it. You could put it in the garbage. Again, if psukim, if holy sentences of Torah are written on it, then no, we take that all back, because those notes need to go into Shemos. And lastly, if you lit candles with oil, and you just have the oil, squishy silver foil cups that are left over, they too have no inherent holiness in them. So they also could go into the trash. Again, and I hope this hasn't made anyone feel sad, all the items that we're discussing, of course, helped you a lot with mitzvah, but they didn't get inherent holiness. Now, don't take this, and don't make like a lot of comparisons. Sometimes this won't apply. We could get, more serious about the actual cover of an Aron Kodesh, the holy ark in a shul, or the actual bag that touched your tefillin all the years and held your tefillin. Sometimes those things have a higher status because they came right into contact with the actual mitzvah item. But the ones that we listed today had only external, like assist to the mitzvah, and therefore no inherent holiness happened really in the pushka itself or the other items we've discussed. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye bye.